everybody. I want to talk today about some open G basics. Of course, you know, Keith Richards uses it like crazy, the guys in the Black Crowes, and it sort of makes a signature sound, but it provides some versatile options depending on what you're looking to do. It's best, in my opinion, for just blues-based rock and roll. I'll show you in a minute really why I mean that. It's just so suited for that, and there's things you can do in open G that you can't do in standard tuning. You can fake it, but you won't be able to get there. So let's check it out, some real basic stuff. First and foremost, you're going to need to be in tune. So to get there, your top string tuned down one whole step, that's going to be a D. Tune down your second string, or excuse me, your fifth string, second from the top, a whole step. So that's down to G. Your fourth, third, and second strings all stay the same as in standard. And then your high-pitched string is going to go down a full step to D as well. So you'll start to see that you've got these chimey echoes of the same note and octaves of them. So D, G, B, and D. All together, you get a nice open sound. So take a moment, tune up if you need to, hit pause. And then in open G, there's really three basic chord forms that you use, and you could build off of them and do all kinds of neat things. But for the basics to get you going, there's really not a whole lot to them. So the first one, super easy, wide open. That's open G, and like I say, you could just strum on that. Your root in open G is your fifth string, okay? So it's that G, the low G string is going to be your root. So open, A, B, C, okay? Your second form is going to be made just like a C in standard tuning would be, except without your ring finger, okay? So with no capo, open would be G. That form I just showed you would be C. And then the third form that's typical is with your first finger on the first fret, second string, second finger, second fret, third string. So the three forms, open, and those chords are G, C, and then this is a D7th. So it's kind of got that sing-songy kind of tone to it of a seventh, all right? So if you were going to do just a really, really simple, basic blues thing, first position, open G. Okay, so open would be your 1, this form is your 4, and then this form is your 5. Now again, that's a D7th form, it's not the D major, D7th. But make that second form with your middle fingers, and you can bar it the whole way up, right? So if it's C here, your D here, E, and F. So wherever you're at on the fretboard, open is your 1, this form is your 4, and you can do that anywhere. So if you're here, so this is the C position, and this is F. And then your 5 in that 7th form, so this would be a G7. So you can do that same thing up here. So playing chords in a different tuning is fine, but where's the usefulness of it, right? You'll see Keith Richards use capos all over the place. He wants to be able to have the notes ring out in the key that he's playing in. And to have them ring out, you need to keep them open. So that same blues thing we were just doing, if you wanted to put a little boogie in it and have like a 1-4-1-4 that's really kind of difficult to do in standard, and it'll never sound as clean as this, you can go... and then on to the C. And if you're playing, as you learn licks in the key that you're in, it's a very forgiving tuning. You can almost, you get a little like sloppy leeway, So watch this. So with the same notes on multiple strings, so you have a G here and you have a G here. So you learn to start to use them, but it all rings together. So G is open. You can throw those things in the middle of your playing wherever you want, and that's where open G gets really useful to me. While the chord rings behind it. So depending on what key you're in, you would want to put your capo there. So if you were playing in C, you get the same freedom on the stuff in C. You see that, like I say, that open tuning, it just rings out so nicely. So playing blues over and over is really cool and fun, and that's all good, but there's only so much 1-4-5 stuff we can do over and over. So here's a really quick thing of what Keith likes to do. First, he likes to play with in that fourth position a lot. But a really simple, effective riff is that riff at the beginning of Tumblin Dice. So if you use that 7th chord form and just slide it. So slide it up and back into the open. And then the next stop will be that C form. So slide up, slide back, open, C form, open. And then the last part is the little riff there. So if we put it all together. Right? And I'll tell you, Keith doesn't even use this bass string. He takes them off of his guitar. So you can focus in the middle usually and get that chime on the bottom string. Cool. So have fun with that. And I'll probably do another video on something like Can't You Hear Me Knocking that they use it on as well. See y'all next time.